Alright, what's up my plugins? This is Andy Paul, LoveGamesPlayed.com, LoveGamesPlayed.com, LoveGamesPlayed.com. We are doing a video review after a long while of me playing this beautiful device. Have I decided to review it for you, share with you my tips and tricks, my favorite things about it, and also to show you what a terrific device this is. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. With that, we're going to be reviewing not only the Nvidia Shield tablet, but also the controller itself. So, as you can see, the Nvidia Shield tablet sports its sick and sexy 8-inch diagonal screen. This screen is a 1920 by 1200 screen. Tegra K1 192 core, Kepler GPU CPU Cortex AR15 that clocks at about 2.2 gigahertz, and it packs a whopping 2 gigs of RAM. A little bit more about this: the audio has got 2 front-facing speakers. I'll show you that here in the light. So you can see there's the front-facing speaker there and there. We got a 5 megapixel camera on the front. Should have more light. And then sporting a 5 megapixel camera on the back. Now the one on the front has been optimized for your shadow streaming and Twitch streaming, Shadowplay and Twitch streaming, so it's actually really good quality, almost as good as this screen. But I really like it. It's really nice. I wanted to bring this up immediately. There have been reports that the bevel or the edges will crack. Hopefully I can get this to focus. I don't think I have enough light. And I've actually seen the cracks. My device has cracks on each edge. Dang, this camera sucks. So that's also noted. Nvidia did say that they are willing to replace all devices that have that defect on a minimal amount of them, and so I might be doing that. As you can see, I am sporting the Shield case. It's really nice. It, I mean, isn't like super high tech. It's very minimalist, but it's got the 3-point joint where you can use it as a stand, and then it covers nicely. It's got this nice little grit. As you can see here, the ports. There is the HDMI out, the mini HDMI out, the micro USB. We've also got a little groove there for the speaker to output your sound. Turning it on its axis or on its side here. Man, if I had more light. That's a little bit better. Getting that light on there. There's the power button. There's the volume up and down. Anyway, the micro SD slot. There's a weird spot right here. Hopefully I can zoom in on it. It won't focus. Whatever. And the stylus. I will show off that a little bit later. On the back side, we've got the other groove for the speaker, and then the case, obviously, where it connects. About the device here, this is the 16 gigabyte device. I've got a 32 gigabyte, micro SD card in there, so it's pretty good. I'd highly recommend that you do not load your games on that SD card. I actually had my device kind of brick on me. It for some reason there was a defect. I can't prove it because I didn't capture, but I had filled my SD card halfway up, and for whatever reason it caused the device to stop recognizing my SD card, and then it short-circuited it. I lost everything, and that includes like all my gameplay footage and stuff. I'm hoping that in the future updates, if not this one, that you can actually choose where you have the Shadowplay capture to, because that would be optimal, where I could tell it to go to the SD card. Alright, so at this point I'm going to show a piece of hardware that comes with the device, the Stylus. I think it's pretty sleek. I actually really like it. If you notice, that's a built-in software. I will go into the Shadowplay in just a moment. Before then, I want to show you, before then, kind of how it reacts, how it feels, and a little bit more about that. So this is what it looks like. It's got a kind of a Sharpie end. If you can see that there. It's, again, sorry about my device not focusing, but it's really slick, very light. It's made of aluminum. It's got shield on it, and it actually plays some of the games pretty well. I've got a couple games that I can use my Stylus that I play with. So I took my face off just for the time being so I could show you its usage. These are all my games and whatnot. I wanted to show you a couple of the software that is pre-installed. This is kind of like a notes that recognizes your handwriting. You can go in, let's go into Google and have it recognize my handwriting. I didn't know how to do this, but this is for you guys, for your quick tips and tricks on how to actually enable the handwriting. Let me explain. When you go into the Google whatever, it doesn't naturally go into the handwriting. I mean, you can do that little feature there where you can just like draw over it. I don't remember what it's called. You put me on the spot. But this is how you do it. So you go here, go to your settings. In your settings, you want to go into your language and input. Default handwriting recognition. Now what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to handwrite in the text area. Does that make sense? Oops. Here it is. The Nvidia Shield controller. It's a beaut, huh? Oh, look, it decided to focus. Excellent. So as you can see, it kind of looks like a Xbox controller, except for it's more of a PlayStation or a Wii controller. The thumbsticks are concave, they're sucked in. The D-pad is kind of like the old Xbox One. This area right here, this triangle, is actually a touch area, touch sensitive, multi-touch. You got your volume buttons, the on button, which is the middle. I'm not going to press it yet until I show you. We've got the back button, home buttons, and if you can see that, start button. Those aren't actual click-in buttons, but rather, what's that word? I keep remembering people say that. Just remember capacitive buttons, meaning there's no actual analog to it. They're touch. You got your Y, X, B, and A buttons. We got your triggers and your bumpers. Down here is the sleek design. It fits a lot more comfortably than the Shield Portable. And then we've got the inputs and outputs. If you look, you've got the micro USB where you charge it, and then you've got the mic that actually has what's the word? The mic that has the headphone jack that has mic capability, which we will show off in just a moment. Guys, this is how you connect your wireless controller to your Nvidia Shield tablet. There's two ways to do it. I'll show you the long way and then the short way. Long way is you go into your settings, so you can see. You then go into controller, and then you can go into connect controller, or there's an actual app for it. I've got it nicely here in my controller app. If I can just touch Piece of crap. Wow. Okay. No, that's not what I said. Oh, I did click the wrong one. I went into console mode. Sorry, guys. Alright. So, it's pretty straightforward. As you can see, it says to connect it. Come on. There we go. You push the button. Wait till it blinks. Controllers found. Controllers found. Controller connected. So it's got native control. I'll back it up. If I had my other hand. You've got your little cursor with the right thumbstick. Hit back to go back. The middle button to pull up the hub. Your home button to bring you home. Double home it. You can see your tasks. Back button to go back. Start button to hit starting games. If you hold the back button down, it's going to initiate your Shadowplay and Twitch play. If you hold down the other button, it's going to show your mapping for your games. So that's pretty much that. And see what you like. With the first half of this review, we've gone through all the hardware, mostly the accessories, as well as the peripheral controller. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the software, and I'm going to have us kind of fade into the device using the Shadowplay. Alright, so we've transitioned here. I've gone to my desk and set my device on it. And I wanted to quickly show you here the Nvidia Shield controller with the mic in it and the headset. So I've got my mic here. It actually works really good. Otherwise, if you don't have this in and you've got your wireless controller connected, I strongly recommend that you don't use it if you're playing games. Why? Because the built-in mic right here, you can't turn it off. You can't tell it to do the device's mic over there. And so you get this loud, and it's really annoying. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys a little bit more of the built-in software for our the input, which is the writing recognition. We're going to go to the Nvidia Dabbler, which is a really cool piece of hardware that they've optimized for the device. This is crazy awesome. So here's a little bit of a tutorial. You can sketch with shapes, as it shows up there. You can also sketch watercolor and sketch oil. So we'll show you a little bit about that and kind of how to use it. So this is our tutorial for the Dabbler. So I'm going to select watercolor. So it's going to throw a template in there. I've got my controller still set up. The radial here in the middle is right there. We go. Right there. Up above over here is how you can make the brush size big and the amount of paint in there. You got the undo, regular, the question marks, and you can also change your layout. So I'm going to go ahead and put my picture higher. Forgive me. Put me up there. So you can watch me. So couple brushes here. We've got an eraser, pencil, ink. I like to use, okay, it shows me import from background image, switch between different papers, filter background image. Okay, that's cool. You can add effects. I like this one. So I'll go with blue. Color mix. You can mix covers. You can lock your brush. You can wet or select the colors. It's actually really cool. So we'll kind of fiddle with it. So let's start off with this plain blue with a big brush. We'll go big size, and we will put a lot of water. So it's got this built-in kind of graphics, or not graphics, graphics engine, as well as like a like a physics engine in there so that the ink actually settles. As you can see, it settle. It's like wet. It's got that reflection, and then it settles, kind of like watercolor does. So I'm going to set it flat. I'm going to color, and then I'm going to bring it horizontal, and you're going to see the ink drip. It kind of drops down. So that's kind of a cool little gimmick or a little feature here that you can kind of watercolor with. I'm not a huge artist, but I just like to doodle here and there. Let's mix so let's use the wetness. So we're going to put it low wetness, and there's going to be like nothing. High ink, but low wetness. Low wet, like ink on the brush, and low wetness means there's nothing, so it's not going to be much. So it's not much of a help. Let's change colors. Higher wetness gets you a more like a thicker brush stroke. Okay, so we're gonna show the color mixer. You do it clockwise. Add darker color in there. Get you a different hue, and it's kind of fun. You can paint like that. Smaller brush, you can do a little bit finer detail. You can get even smaller, a little bit less wetness, or a little bit less ink on the brush. So it's kind of silly. I kind of like that. So let's show you the next type of layout that we can do. Where are you at? New canvas. Yes. Oops. There we go, right there. I'll show you the ink. Palette, blah blah blah, shows me that. This one has a little bit, has like the scraper. So I'm going to show you like a lot of ink with red. And you can kind of see that thickness. See how it's like thick? Now this isn't going to fall, but you can kind of see the ink settle. I'm going to get this little scraper tool, and you can scrape off the depth of the let me hold it over here. This is kind of what the professional artists do. They'll scrape it off. Gives you a little bit different texture. We'll do a little bit smaller brush. Add a little bit thicker. Maybe we'll add a little bit of red to this blue. Get a little bit of purple. And you can do that. I mean, that's that. I mean, that's kind of how you do it. There's a lot of people that make cool stuff. I'll show you kind of what. There are templates that you can use, I think. Oh, never mind. That's my son. No, where is it? You can pull from there. Where is it? If I can't find it, I won't. Oh, here we go. So here's some canvases that, or not canvases, but like art that they've made. You got to download it. I'm not going to download it, but that's that. Alright, so now on to the Shield tablet software update 1.1 and changelog. What's up, my ponios? So this is a screenshot of when my device updated about an hour ago. Here are some of the things that are with this update. There is improved Wi-Fi stability, which is terrific. A lot of my video playback would just fail. It was really annoying. Improved camera performance. I mean, I'm noticing it. I mean, it looks really good. You guys can see me. Nvidia Prism feature toggle. I don't know what the Prism is. I'll have to look into that. What I'm excited about is the Shadowplay performance optimization. I am so excited. I'm huge. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, Shadowplay. And I noticed so many times where I'd get close to 20-25 minutes where when I'd stop my Shadowplay, it would just think, and then I would glitch, and then I would hit back, and then it would act like I'm still streaming, and I'd have to restart the whole device. And so I'm glad that you fixed that, Nvidia. Thank you. The Shield Hub and Game Stream has been improved. I don't have that luxury. Again, I don't have the hardware for it with my computer, so whatever. Localization improvements, don't know what that means. Audio optimization, hopefully that's good. I'm using a mic
Hopefully it's good for the device. I don't know. You guys tell me if the mic sucks, then we probably should send them a word with that. And then miscellaneous stability improvements. I've seen a overall pretty good difference in the device. It's running smoothly. The boot is much faster. I think its responsiveness is better. I mean, you can just tell, like, this used to be sluggish going back. There used to be input lag with the device, so I think that Wi-Fi stability definitely has to do with my Nvidia Shield tablet, and then the game stream. So like if you like this. So I'm going to show you some of the cool software that's built into this device. First and foremost, I'm going to push the home button. It's going to show you the hub. Here's the hub. This is where you can check out all the shop, their suggestions that are all controller supported. Here's news from Nvidia and also Tegra Zone, my games, piece of media apps, and PC streamed games. So I actually don't have a game streaming optimized or even available card. I use an AMD. Probably should have got a Nvidia. I don't, so I can't show you this. But what I can show you is how to map the controllers and also built-in map stuff. So we're going to jump into Minecraft Pocket Edition. This is what everyone loves. So if you notice right there as it pulled up that this game automatically has a built-in mapping system. So I'm going to put the D-pad a little bit, it said 75%, give or take. And I'm gonna activate the mapper by hitting the start button, hitting and holding it. As you can see, it downloaded automatically this mapper. This is what is terrific about this. Any game, you can map this. Right now I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show you how it's automatically mapped, and then we'll go into another game and we'll actually map. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit play, new level, survival, create world. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. The right stick here, this is used as, a joystick, whereas this is the actual touch controls of the on-screen touchpad. I like to tweak with it. The bumper is the middle button, so in order to break stuff, you have to do that. But there's no other device out there besides the Android TV that has the built-in mapping of almost at Minecraft. So we'll leave it at that. So we're gonna quit back to the title, go back. I should just hit the home button. I'll double hit that, swipe these up to break them. This device is sporting a 4.2 of the Android software. It's its own iteration, and they do over-the-air updates. And so I will show you in just a minute what is new in the over-the-air updates. But my favorite game, and on the game I'm going to show you how to map. Where are you? There we go. Wayward Souls, one of my favorite games by far. Game Mapper's activated. I've actually already mapped it, so I guess I ruined it. And we'll tweak it if it doesn't work. Fruit combos. Oh, frick you. Frick that. Where's my music? There we go. So as I told you guys that my device actually broke itself, or like it hiccuped, so everything lost. This is the mapping. This game is not normally mapped. I actually spoke with the devs via Twitter, and they told me that they're going to come out with something else. But, fudge, I need to get rid of that. So I'm going to show you how it's mapped. Oops. Not that one. Was that me? No, it wasn't me. I'm going to just delete this right here. So that's kind of what you do. So here you've got the tilt. Oh my gosh, it almost fell. I don't ever use that. I don't use games that tilt. I usually do the on-mapping button. So you just drop the button wherever you want it, like that, and then you're going to push the appropriate button to use it. Does that make sense? So I just hit Y and it did it. If you want to trash it, you hit the trash can. You can actually pull from the cloud. I did not mean to do that either. I'll trash both of those. Shoot. Here are user-made. Oh wow, Nvidia has their own. No way. Sweet, let's download it and see what theirs is like. Oops, I did it again. Crap. So is this theirs? I guess this is theirs. Yeah, it is. Interesting. This is new. This is very, very new. So let's go back. So what are the buttons? I keep hitting that wrong button. It's X and R1. So that's attack. And it's the bumper that does the How do I charge up? No. They did. This isn't a very good mapper. They need to have, because you tap the right side to do the attack and you tap and hold to save up. They don't have it right. They need to have an A button. Oh, there we go. There it is. A. And X is that. Okay. So that's that. So that's how you map it. And we'll go from there. So that's kind of how that mapper is utilized, the software that they've got here for that. If I could just figure out how to... Alright guys, and last but not least, my favorite aspect or software to this device, outside of the game stream. I'm not going to show you Twitch because I don't want you to see my credentials, but you can stream Twitch. But my favorite is the Grid. This was launched with the Nvidia Shield Portable, and it's actually an incredible device. So basically, Nvidia decided to try something cool out. In San Jose, they've got their servers that actually do the processing and the streaming of these blockbuster AAA titles that are from Nvidia and some of the affiliates, and you can stream them for free. There's no purchase necessary. It's a beta. Most likely they're going to have a service in the future once they get all the bugs hashed out, but they've recently added Boarderlands 2. And so we're going to jump right into this. It's powered by the Grid for free as long as you have a 5 megabit router that allows it. You can seriously play it, and it's sick. I mean, it gives you an output of 1080p, and all it uses is the GP unit in your device. And so let's play this. Let's go back. Crap. What's going on? Okay. So this is freaking Borderlands. I mean, I already played the game. It's already got me. Debugman? I don't know who this is, but I don't really care. I started a game a while ago. You can see my preview on my channel, but we're gonna play this real quick and show you what it's like. And I'm using the Nvidia Shield controller.
Great, another dead vault.
Hi, Claptrap.
Handsome Jack's been busy.
Come on, let me skip this. Get me control.
Wait a minute, you're not dead. Yes! Now I can get off this glacier. Claptrap, your metaphorical ship has finally come in. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a CL4P TP steward bot, but my friends call me Claptrap. Or they would if any of them were still alive.
Oh.
That existed in the future already.
There we go.
Come on, not now!
There we go. I got a little bit better latency there. Still a little bit off. It's not too bad. I mean, the input lag isn't bad at all. As long as you've got the, and I can run. Anyway, well guys, that's a really cool, I mean, it looks so good. Look how good this looks. And it's streamed all for free. Thank you, Nvidia. Love ya. Here's Claptrap. I mean, you got everything there. Okay?
Well, in conclusion here, if I could switch it back, all in all, this device is fantastic. I've enjoyed it thus far. It is kind of a work in progress because, I mean, Nvidia is working out its bugs and its, you know, shortcomings. But, you know, 1.0 Nvidia Shield tablet is a terrific device for the price point and even for the peripherals. It's so cheap, $400 for an incredible device. I mean, I have a tablet, an iPad that I spent $400 on, and I feel like this is way better. So, you know, I want to encourage all of you guys. I definitely recommend this. I'd probably give it like a 9.4 because of the cosmetic like chips and cracks in the corners. It's very slippery. I've almost dropped it a couple times. As you can see, it slipped down. The case isn't very good. It doesn't stay on very good. But other than that, all of the other gimmicks are not gimmicks. They're incredible like assets or incredible selling points that makes this device super competitive on the market. Just the fact that you can stream anything via Twitch is sick. And so go out and get one. Get the controller as well. Those things are that thing is so cool. But hit like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. This is Andy Paulus with allgamesplayed.com with this video review of the Nvidia Shield tablet. Subscribe if you want to see more. This is Andy Paulus, allgamesplayed.com, allgamesplayed.com, allgamesplayed.com.